Hello everybody. So through this session we'll discuss grammar, and in grammar today we will discuss modals. So certain helping verbs are called modals in English, and these are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, used to, need, and dare, etc. However, these helping verbs used to have some limitations. First of all, these helping verbs, which are modals, cannot be used as main verb ever. Ing will never be used with them, and with all helping verb modals, always first form of the main verb is used, always. Further, we try to understand this with some examples. So first of all, we have shall, and it is used with IV to make journal future tense sentences. For example, I shall do it, we shall go by bus. Will is used with you and third person for making future tense sentences. For example, you will go tomorrow, and they will not do it. Apart from this, will is used with IV where there is expression of determination also. For example, I will keep my promise, or we will fight to the end. Will is also used where there is possibility or some guess. For example, he will need a bigger house, or she will not reach in time. So possibilities or some guess. Will is also used in sentences having invitation or request. For example, will you have some tea? Or will you lend me your pen for a minute? Both the sentences request and some invitation. Next is should. Should is used for some advice or duty. For example, you should serve your parents, or you should not read in dim light. So in the first it is duty, in the second sentence it is just an advice. Should is sometimes used in sentences where there is some condition. For example, should you come in time? I would give you a prize. So the condition is, if the person would have come in time, he must have got a prize. In indirect narration, shall will be changed into would. For example, sentence of direct narration: you said you will not go there. When we'll change this, it will become you said that you would not go there. Next we have can and could. Can is used for ability or capacity. For example, she can play xylophone. He can dance. Similarly, we have could, and could is the past form of can only, means it shows the past ability or past capacity. For example, she could play xylophone before the accident. Or second sentence, he could dance, if we take the similar sentence, before the accident. Next we have may and might. May is used for permission, possibility and doubt. For example, may I come in? It may rain. May is also used for purpose or wish. For example, may you live long and work hard so that you may pass. So in the first sentence this is wish, and here it is purpose. Next is might, and it is past form of our may. For example, it might rain. He might pass. As compared to may, might is used for very less possibility or doubt. Next is must and ought. Must and ought are used for the expression of compulsion and necessity, assumption, duty and advice. For example, you must come to school on time. Similarly, we will use ought also. You ought, but we have to be very careful. Ought will always take infinitive form 2 plus first form, so it will become you ought to come to school on time. Next is this book must be very popular. Similarly, this book ought to be very popular. Next is we must love our country, or we ought to love our country. Next is need not. It is used where there is no compulsion. For example, you need not work so hard, and they need not go there. Next is dare not. It is used where there is an expression of challenge. For example, he dare not come before me, and I dare not go there alone.